Good day. Again, this is Mansour here from Chill Musings with Mansour. And today's topic is going to be Strait of Hormuz. How America looked Iran less. Let me repeat myself. Strait of Hormuz. How America looked Iran less. Note that expression, looking someone less. It's a slang. It's a lingo of the streets in Nigeria. When Nigerian boys on the street say you are looking me less, what it means is that you are underestimating me. You are believing that I am of subliminal intellect, capabilities, and capacity. So when they say looking someone less, you are essentially underestimating the powers and abilities of the person. Concerning the Strait of Hormuz, America looked Iran less. I will explain. In the lead up to this war that started 2 Saturdays ago, what happened? There was an interesting conversation within the ranks of the American military strategists about the Strait of Hormuz. And the question was that if we attack Iran, can or will Iran proceed to block the Strait of Hormuz like they promised to do, but did not during the last surprise 12-day war that where we attacked them in surprise in June 2025? The answer of the Americans was that Iran would not block the Strait of Hormuz, no matter how much military pressure they put on them now, no matter how senior their leaders they assassinate now, no matter how many Iranian civilians they kill now. Why? The Americans believe the Irans would not block the Strait of Hormuz under any circumstances because they believed Iran could not block the Strait of Hormuz. Why? Americans believe that the only military gear that Iran could use to block the Strait of Hormuz is what they call the limpet mine. They believed that the Iranians had no more than the limpet mine to block the Strait of Hormuz. What is the limpet mine? The limpet mine are essentially dump bomblets that instead of being applied on land via missiles, they are dropped into the sea, into waterways to essentially block them. Block them in the sense that when ships pass over portions of water, portions of the sea or the oceans where limpet mines have been dropped, via sonar vibration, those limpet mines activate and blow up. Now, remember, that means that that limpet mine is one such that when Iran drops it in the seas within the Strait of Hormuz, it means that the limpet mine, because it is dumb, it cannot be controlled remotely. It means that not only Western and Israeli and American ships that Iran wants to block may actually activate those limpet mines and explode, and deactivate the ships. It also means that Iranian ships and ships of allied countries of Iran like China and Russia would also suffer the same fate as the Western ships. Because the moment Iran lets go of those limpet mines, it means that those limpet mines can destroy not only ships of the foes of Iran, but even Iranian ships and ships of the friends of Iran. Do you understand? So, based on that assumption, America and Israel continue to assume that the only that it is that they were sure that Iran will not block the Strait of Hormuz because all they had to block the Strait of Hormuz were limpet mines. And the limpet mines will kill both Iranian and allied ships and also ships of the adversaries. So because of that, Iran will not use those limpet mines, and effectively Iran will not and cannot block the Strait of Hormuz. However, in the lead up to the war, Iran warned America. Iran expressly gave out a statement, and that statement said, we now have smart methods to block the Strait of Hormuz that do not necessarily depend on us letting loose limpet mines we cannot control. Why? America and Israel refused to listen. They refused to essentially hear that part. They looked Iran less. They believed that Iran was not intellectually capable of going on to produce or manufacture or synthesize smart ways to block the Strait of Hormuz. They believed that they were just not smart enough. So they ran with the lie they told to themselves, and they went on to prosecute the war. What eventually happened? Iran did not just block the Strait of Hormuz. Iran blocked the Strait of Hormuz on the very first day of the war America and Israel started. How did they block the Strait of Hormuz? They now deployed the smart method they already promised America and Israel they would deploy, but America and Israel did not believe and did not listen. What was the smart method? They did not use any mines at all. They didn't use limpet mines. They didn't use any mines at all. What did they use? They used three methods. Number one, they used anti-ship ballistic missiles. Number two, they used sea surface missiles, some of which run as fast as 100 meters per second. Number three, they used drone boats that were filled with explosives. Each of those three methods, number one, anti-ship ballistic missiles, number two, sea surface missiles, number three, drone explosive laden drone boats, each of the three methods were smart. Smart in the sense that Iran could choose when, where, and for which particular ships they wanted to use those three methods to interdict. So what were they simply doing? If you're an Iranian ship, Iran lets you pass. Go on from the Strait of Hormuz to the open seas and go and do your business. Go and discharge your cargo, business as usual. If you're a Chinese ship, they will let the ship pass and go and do business. But if you're an American ship, if you're a European ship, if you're an Israeli ship, or if you are allied with any of those major adversaries that are fighting them or supporting those who are fighting them, they will now deploy one of those three smart techniques to take the ships down. So far, Iran has blown up close to 20 ships of their adversaries. For crying out loud, you are an American ship, you are an Israeli ship. You decided to be brave. You decided to run through the Strait of Hormuz and run out of the interdiction techniques of Iran. And they took down ship number one, ship number two, ship number three, up to ship number 20. Do you think the next sailor is going to be brave? In fact, President Trump, when he has tried all sorts of measures, to try and unblock the Strait of Hormuz, including considering deploying his aircraft carrier, Abraham Lincoln, that is about 1,000 kilometers away from the coast of Iran, to come in, do a battle, take over the Strait of Hormuz, and move and escort those Western allied ships out. When he noticed that all those methods were not working, he told those ships to essentially start braving it. Be brave, run through. Up to three ships tried to be brave like President Trump advised. What happened? Their bravery ended up in the ships being blasted open by anti-ship missiles, by sea surface extremely fast supersonic missiles, and by drone laden boats. So as you can see, America and Israel looked Iran less, and they paid the price with respect to the Strait of Hormuz. An advice to you: do not look your friends less, and definitely do not look your antagonists and adversaries less. Don't be like President Trump. Thank you very much for joining us yet on this episode. Again, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to propose. Please do follow, and remember to comment and ask questions. We'll gladly answer your questions. See you in the next episode.